in to another fun episode with your favorite Mouse Moms, Lori.
Hi.
And me, Jennifer. Juliana is MIA. She is on her way back, moving from Paris to the US of A. We're so excited to have her back on our same Disney time zone. So yay for Juliana. Hopefully she'll be back with us next week. But this week's podcast is going to be very fun. It is going to be a fun tribute to Toy Story Land, which today is celebrating their 3rd anniversary. So let's get ready. Let's honor Toy Story Land. And of course, before we dive into the fun, what better way to honor Toy Story Land than with a cocktail? So tell us about that cocktail.
So I will be honest, I have not had this cocktail. When I am in Toy Story Land, it is usually first thing in the morning. I should be thinking about a cocktail, but I'm not. I'm trying to find coffee. But I need to try this one next time I'm in. So it is, the entire premise of Toy Story Land is to make you feel like a kid. So they have a beverage that is perfect for the grown-up, but still a twist to make you feel like a child. So at Woody's Lunchbox, they have the grown-ups lemonade. I love lemonade. So again, I'm going to have this next time I'm in there. It is cherry vodka, lemonade, and black cherry puree. So anything cherry in my mind is fantastic.
Really good.
It's not like a peach. Cherries, yeah, peaches are bad. But
we had the conversation about schnapps. Yeah.
Bad. But cherry vodka, on the other hand, fantastic. Super.
It's so good. And the fact that they call it the grown-up lemonade is like awesome. And the fact that you're ordering it from a literal lunchbox, it's kind of amazing. So definitely, even if you're there early in the morning, I think they start selling this thing pretty early. So
that's fine. Let's go.
Yeah, you should put it on your list for sure.
I think it's definitely going on the list. So if anyone has had this and wants to post a picture of this, that would be lovely.
It is dangerous though. It goes down real easy because it's so tasty. So just keep that in mind at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Those are my favorite drinks.
Yeah, it really is so good. And especially as we're going into the summer, well, we're like knee deep in the summer months, but really good. So yay for an awesome grown-up cocktail.
Yes.
I guess to celebrate the 3rd anniversary.
Yes.
Oh, it seems like just yesterday.
That's because for half of its opening, it's been closed. Continue on.
Oh my gosh. Not for half the opening.
No.
Because Disney World was only closed.
That's true. It was only for a few months, but yes.
Yeah.
I think that's why it still seems so new to people.
It is new. I mean, let's face it, not everybody is like us where we go to Disney so often. So for a lot of people, if you haven't been in the last 3 years, you have not seen this. So it's new for you. So that's a great segue into this episode. So we're going to give you a little bit of history about Toy Story Land. We'll tell you the must-sees, the must-eats, the must-dos, the must-everything. So a little bit of history. Toy Story Land opened in Walt Disney World in Florida on June 30th, 2018. The whole concept behind the area was that the guest, are being shrunk down to the size of one of Andy's toys in his backyard. So the theming in this area, think big, think bold, think bright. Everything is bright, primary colors. The toys are enormous, so you'll be walking around. There's a gigantic Woody, a gigantic Buzz, a gigantic Slinky Dog, the big Pixar ball, pixie sticks. Is that what those are called? Tinker Toys. Tinker Toys.
Pixie sticks have sugar in them.
Yes, you're right. You're right. This land is about 11 acres big, and it features 3 main attractions. Toy Story Mania, which is not a new attraction, but it was kind of redirected. So there's a brand new entrance if you haven't been there. It's awesome.
I was going to say Toy Story Mania it's one of those rides that it it's literally for the entire family. I've seen little kids get excited. Logan loves this ride. And I've also seen old grandparents get excited. You get a little competitiveness in there of trying to beat somebody. It does whip you around quite a bit in there. I know I took Logan on there when he was like 3-4 months because you're able to. But he was in the carrier and I had to kind of hold him tight. Because it does whip you around. And I think you're allowed to go on there pregnant as well. So I was on there when I was pregnant, which kind of shocked me because you can't go on the safari, but you can go on this one. So it does whip you around. It is a ton of fun though.
It is. So I think the fun or the appealing thing, like you said, is that this ride has no height limit, no height restrictions. So it's pretty appropriate for everybody. I don't think I've met anybody whose kids were scared of it. There are some points that it does whip you around pretty quickly, but those are so fast and so like everything else is so, you're in these old fashioned carnival games. And I think that part is so wonderful and fantastic that the couple of times that it whips you around is like, man, that's not what you leave thinking about.
Yeah, no, it's one of the rides you do not have to worry about. It is not scary whatsoever. The entire queue line. This is one of those rides that I love, the queue line.
Yeah.
The queue line itself has some really cool things to it. Logan's favorite were the monkeys. They have the barrel of monkeys that are hanging above the ceiling. Yeah. If you look down on the floor, they have Uno and checkers and playing cards. Candylands on the floor everywhere. So they have the Tinker toys. They have a whole bunch of really cute things that the kids recognize. And even the older ones, when we went through, they were like, oh, that's an Uno card. Can you get a picture with us by the Uno card?
And there's Mr. Potato. Is Mr. Potato Head interactive?
Yeah. So
I want to say that he is, right?
Kind of interactive. I think he used to be a little bit more interactive. Right now, when we went through, he was more like Buzz Lightyear at Buzz at Magic Kingdom, where he talked, but he kind of was saying kind of the same things.
Right.
But Mr. Potato had a super cute through the queue line. You do have the glasses that go on. I will say for like Logan's ridden with the glasses, without, he can still see pretty well without them. Because those younger kids don't tend to wear them as much.
And for those of us with motion sickness, me, this one I don't get too bad on. Every once in a while, I'll have to close my eyes for a second while it's whipping me around, and then I'm okay.
Yeah.
But it's a fun one. I think, it's good for everybody. This is not a new attraction. No. This one has been around for a long time, but just the entrance was moved from Pixar Place to Toy Story Land when that land opened. So the other staple attraction here is the one that you can't miss. Right when you walk into Toy Story Land, there is Slinky Dog Dash, which is the roller coaster that does have a minimum height requirement of 38 inches, but that's not really that tall. So it does mean that it's a great first roller coaster for a lot of the kids. Definitely, it's a step up from like Barnstormer, but I think it's totally on par with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in terms of scariness or thrillingness.
I would say this one's more thrilling, less scary. You have all the Toy Story characters everywhere that they're going to recognize and see. It's just fast. It's a fun ride.
It is fun.
I love this ride.
It is fun. And I love that you get to go really high up and you get to see like above Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So before that opened, it was really cool because you would ride it and you'd be like, I can see it. But that one's really fun too. And it has it's fun. It's a good one.
I love the rides too. This one's a longer ride too. It's not like a quick, I feel like Seven Dwarfs, those are all kind of shorter rides. This one has, a big ride part and then it slows you down and you go through the colors and all of a sudden you're going again.
Yeah.
I really like this ride. This ride more reminds me of Big Thunder, where Big Thunder does the big, you go fast, 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 and then you're slowing down and then you go fast again.
Yes. But much smoother, which is why I think it reminds me of Seven Dwarfs, because it's just a really, like, you're not being
very smooth,
jerked around like you are on Thunder. So it's a good one.
It's a really good one. This ride does have wait times. It is definitely, I think you have to make a choice in the morning, whether you had to Star Wars, you had to Here. I usually had Here. to get Slinky Dog out of the way. And we do that one first thing in the morning. Their queue line,
Yes. It's not at all exciting.
No, it's not exciting. You are in the sun.
And they've done a better job. Like, I remember when we first met and going on that trip, it had just opened and it was really like totally in the sun. They've done a little bit of a better job putting up canopies and umbrellas, but there are a lot of spots where you are totally unprotected and in the sun and burning.
This is why
this is a great line to drink your grown-up lemonade on.
I was just gonna say, this is why this is one we tend to do first thing in the morning.
Yes.
Because it's a brutal line to wait in when it's hot. And for the littler ones that can't ride it, it's a cool area for the one parent to go with the little kid while the other ones wait in line, because it's a nice area to walk around. You can do rider switch on this one. It's fairly easy. You just got to walk up to the main part. But yeah, this one's cool. And even Logan still isn't ridden because he's not tall enough, but he loves watching this one. Loves it.
Yeah, it is cute. You can stand there and watch it forever. It's really cute. Yeah,
it's
agree.
A good one.
I agree, Logan.
Yeah.
The last attraction in this area is alien swirling saucers, and I won't go on it.
Speaking of Logan, he forced me on this ride once. We went on it because he made me, and it's all right. It is literally the exact, if you've been in Disneyland and you've been to Mater's ride, it is exactly that ride, except it's aliens versus Mater tow trucks.
Right.
So it is exactly the same premise of going around in circles and swinging.
So not quite like the teacups, because it's like figure 8, right?
It's figure 8s and you swing. So you go right and then you swing left and then you swing right.
I can't even watch people on that ride.
I will say this ride is obnoxious in the fact that it does tend to have some wait times to it. I will give a tip in the morning. If you go to lots of people go to Slinky Dog. From Slinky Dog, they go to Toy Story, and then they try to bang out Alien Swirl right after that. This is where that one gets the longest wait time. Just skip it, go to a different land, and come back through, because the wait times will go much further down.
Yeah.
It just gets that huge increase right after that. But it's a cute ride. Their queue line is actually really cute. They have some interacting parts to it with the aliens, and they can hit some stuff. And I think they took all that away because when we were there, they still had the COVID procedures in where you couldn't touch anything. But their queue line's pretty cute. But it's, you know what? It's one of those rides. The kids are going to want to go on it. It's not teacups.
It does have a height restriction, so 32 inches. So really, most kids will be able to go on it.
I would say Logan was 2 and he was able to go on it. So 32, basically, it's just not newborns and not 1-year-olds, which I don't quite understand that one. But it's fine. Actually, I think that's the way that the Mater ride is too, because Logan was not able to ride that at 1. I had to go to the side with him. So yes, so it does have the height limit. It's a cute one. I don't know. It's all right.
So Toy Story Land has the 3 attractions to it, but the thing that's really cool about Toy Story Land is that land-wise, it's not very big, but they have so many character experiences there. Granted, COVID makes this a little bit not true, but let's pretend that there's no such thing as COVID. You will be able to see so many characters in this area. They have the Green Army Men walking around all the time, interacting with everybody, having so much fun. They'll do like army drills. They'll be playing the drums. They'll be marching. They'll bring the kids in to do stuff with them. Again, not COVID, but we're pretending COVID doesn't exist. And you can even become an honorary Green Army Man, which is really cute. Of course, you'll see Buzz Lightyear there. You'll see Woody and Jesse usually. You can see Bo Peep. I mean, there are just so many. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different character experiences in this really tiny square acreage area.
And I will say, you'd think that like Buzz and Woody and Jesse and Bo Peep would be the big characters. To me, it's the Green Army Men. People stop what they're doing, and they're like, here they come, and they march down. But they don't just march; they interact. They're hysterical.
Yes. they're really fun.
They are absolutely hysterical. I love the Green Army Men. Even during, when we were there with COVID stuff, the Green Army Men were still coming through. And it was, they're awesome.
They really are. It's fun. Any way that you can interact with characters in a unique way. I mean, they have you doing like boot camp.
Yes.
It's really cute. So definitely check that out. We talked a little bit about, with our Massive Cocktail, about the food. So there is one place to eat,
Yep.
Woody's Lunchbox. It's literally a lunchbox. Like it's open up on the side, and there's even like a big thermos next to it. And the tables are the Baby Bell round cheese wheels. I mean, it's so cute. They think of everything. But the food here is actually awesome. And Lori was saying in the mouse cocktail part that you really you do need to line up early. Like the wait times get really, really long. Probably because people run there in the morning.
Yep. You run there in the morning. We've eaten breakfast there quite a few times. They have a regular Pop-Tart that is blue. I bought it because it was super cute. It's blue with the little Pixar ball on it.
Yeah.
And we bought it just because it was cute, more for a photo opportunity. Friggin' loved it. Logan loved it.
Was it good? I've never had that one.
It's literally regular Pop-Tart. Like if you were to see the wild berry Pop-Tarts, my kids like Pop-Tarts. The wild berry Pop-Tart, it's kind of got a sour note to it, but it's fresher, bigger, flakier pastry.
Homemade.
Homemade. So that one's really good.
I've had the chocolate hazelnut one. It has little candied bacon on the top.
Good.
That one was good. I'm not a huge sweet. It was a little bit too much for me, but very shareable because I was happy with just a couple bites and then like, okay, I'm done. So that's definitely something that's big for breakfast. They also have like breakfast bowls.
They had a sandwich. We've had a sandwich. The breakfast sandwich is good.
Yes, that's what I've heard. But the thing that people rave about and the iconic thing that you need to get there, besides for your grown-up lemonade, and it goes very well, it's very good pairing with your grown-up lemonade, are the tachos.
What doesn't go with tachos?
Right? No. And, this would have been a great experiment to eat at, is it Green Eggs and Ham?
Yeah.
In Universal.
Yep.
Trying their tachos versus these, because these are pretty great. I don't know.
I was going to say, I've never tried these tachos because, again, I'm usually there first thing in the morning. And when we stop by there, I grab the Pop-Tart, sometimes the breakfast sandwich. Smart people, my husband will go get food in the morning while we're standing in line for Slinky Dog, and then we eat it in line. But I've wanted to do, I think one time we did a grilled cheese, but I want to do lunch and dinner there.
Good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to compete with the Ronto wrap.
I know. And it's right there.
I know. So these tachos are different than the ones that we had at Universal Studios. These ones have beef and bean chili.
Okay.
With shredded cheese. And their signature queso with tomatoes and corn chips and sour cream and green onions. So it's more of like a chili Tex-Mex kind of thing.
Yeah.
All over the tater tots.
Oh.
So it's good. It's heavy. I don't know if I could eat it in honor of the 3rd anniversary in June in the Florida sun, but I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. It's good. It's good. Definitely try that.
Yes.
Shopping. So there aren't any shops. It's a very small land, but there are plenty of kiosks. If you are a Pixar fan, this is where you're going to want to go and do your shopping, especially if you're a Toy Story fan, obviously. The things that I always like to look at but haven't purchased, which is funny because, me and my thing with ears and, they have the Slinky Dog ears, which are super cute. Yep. And I've seen the alien.
Yeah, the alien ones are cute.
Yeah.
No, they have some cute stuff in the shops. They do have or in the kiosks, they do have a little one right when you get off Toy Story Mania on the left-hand side. It's meant as a picture place, but they actually do have things in there. Be careful because Logan's ventured off and grabbed stuff. I'm like, no. So the kiosks are super cute. They have some unique things in there. to definitely
Have
get.
like shirts and stuff. I've never even noticed.
They have shirts. They have some. The trading pins are in there as well for Toy Story, and then I've seen they have some bubble wands that are unique to there.
I've seen Buzz and Woody.
Yeah, so they have a few different things there. Though I will say one of the things I absolutely love about this land, weird, are the bathrooms.
Yes. Right? We need a bathroom episode. I'm not even kidding.
The bathrooms are
the best
so
places
cute
to pee.
Yeah, they're so cute. I will say so they have the men's and the women's, which are super cute. To the far left that no one really sees is a family bathroom. Which I use family bathrooms a lot because I have 3 boys and then there's me and one's getting older. So I'm like, it's easier for all of us to go in the family,
right.
Especially if you're changing diapers and that.
Right.
The family bathroom is adorable. It's huge and it's air conditioned. So I've been stuck in there before and had to have gone in there before. And it's one of the better family restrooms. I got to tell you, and family restrooms are not everywhere and every stop, but this one's a great one. But it's a super cute. It doesn't even look like restrooms because you have all the toys stacked up on the columns. And then at the top,
it's like those alphabet, like the ABC blocks,
yes,
right? Spelling out bathroom and all the bright primary color. It's really cute. Yeah. It's definitely something that you need to explore. We need a bathroom episode.
As I'm saying, there the Rapunzel one and this one and the Star Wars
right?
one. All right.
Not even kidding. So I think that's about it in terms of what's there now.
Yes.
But they do have plans to expand. And one of the most exciting things that I can't wait for is currently in the works. Construction is happening right now. It's Woody's Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. It's going to be a table service meal. We haven't been given too much information about it. We've been given like mock-up drawings. It was announced in 2019 that it's going to be opening in 2020, and obviously 2020 has come and gone with COVID, but construction is still continuing, so it's still in the works, and it has not been tabled. There is a backstory that they've released. The backstory is that this is another one of Andy's toys because, again, you're in his backyard, and so this toy is something that he's created with his imagination by cutting and taping cardboard boxes together and creating this new rodeo arena for his favorite cowboy, Woody, and the trusty steed and Jesse, and it's he's bringing all of his favorite toys into the arena, and there you go. So that's kind of all we know. We don't know if it's going to be a character meal. Obviously, it's going to be.
It says that they appear and they will be performing a rodeo together. But besides that, they didn't give much information. I hope they truly are, because I have to say, I think one thing, Disney has the characters, which are great. But I think one thing they are missing on, instead of doing pure characters, do some type of entertainment with the characters.
I think so too.
One of my favorites was Marrakesh. And Marrakesh had the belly dancers and the everything else, and Morocco and Epcot. And to me, like, my kids love meeting characters, but if you're going to do a show, and obviously the belly dancers, not characters here, but if you're going to do a show, this entertains the kids a little bit more. So I really wish and hope that they do a performing part of this, especially with those characters. Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be barbecue. We have no idea if it's going to be a family style or just a regular menu. We really have no idea, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see. I hope that one of their announcements, they keep making these announcements about what's coming. Like, it seems like every day.
Yeah.
So that would be great if that was the next announcement about when.
I think this one might be a little further off. I think for the 50th, they're concentrating on Magic Kingdom and Epcot. So this one might get pushed a little further out. But you can see where it's going to be. If you are standing in front of Slinky Dog to your right, you will see the sign for it. Right now, it's kind of like a billboard that you're going to see on the right-hand side. But it is going to be located right to the right at the front of Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
I
have to say, Hollywood Studios is my least favorite park for table service meals. Yeah. So I'm excited that they're getting another one.
Yes, this one, I think, you got Brown Derby, which is great. A little less for the kids, more for the adults and the food. Sci-Fi's I love sci-fi.
So popular and hard to get into.
And so hard to get into. So I think they needed another one.
And 50s prime time, which again is popular and hard to get into. So I think this is going to be good for spreading people out more and having some of those other restaurants be a little bit easier to get into.
And not to mention, Toy Story is a massive, massive movie with 3 different movies to it, and it didn't have any type of character, meals, sit down, nothing. So I'm excited that this one, I love the Fab Five, that it's not them and not princesses. I'm glad they're concentrating on something.
It appeals to everybody. Yeah. I think this is going to be a good one.
Yes.
So what is our Mouska tip of the day? Do we have one?
We do. So we mentioned it briefly. So for Woody's Lunchbox that we talked about, it is super, super popular. They are running on mobile ordering right now. So my biggest tip to anyone with this is if you want to eat lunch or dinner there, place your order way ahead of time. You can place your order on mobile ordering at 9 o'clock. As long as you have what everybody wants for lunch or dinner, then you can go select your time. Because if you wait until lunchtime or dinner time, you're going to be waiting 2.5 hours, which then you get very hangry family members. So if this is a goal of yours to eat lunch or dinner, place that, I would say 2 to 3 hours before you want to eat. And then you can still select your time. So you could do it at 9 o'clock in the morning and select a 12:30 pickup. But at least you're saved for that time slot because as soon as you get to 12, that 12:30 is gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would totally do that. I'm going to throw in one more tip quickly. So as it's not really for Toy Story, but kind of, as you're going through Toy Story Land, you actually can go through the back entrance of Galaxy's Edge. So there is 2 entrances into Galaxy's Edge. One is through Toy Story Land. And before you step into Star Wars Galaxy Edge, on your left-hand side is a PhotoPass member. That PhotoPass member is the only one that will do a magic shot with the child.
It's really cute. That is a good tip.
Adorable. I absolutely love it. It was Logan's. I mean, he doesn't care about pictures, but he was like, "Oh, it's the baby. It's baby Yoda." I was like, "I know.
It's magic.
It's magic. It's super cute." But you have to, as you're exiting Toy Story, you'll see him right at the second you walk into that galaxy.
You can't miss him.
You can't. He's on the left-hand side. He usually has a line. The line's not too bad. But it is a super, super cute picture. So
good tip.
That one. And it's a great area to walk into Galaxy's Edge. I like walking in that way. I know the other way gives you the whole underpass through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I like that way.
I like through Toy Story, and that's how I
like exiting that way.
I exit that way.
Yeah.
I exit that way and then get a drink, which is right there. So you got 2
grown-up lemonade.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for spending another fun episode with us. Do you have a fantastic tip for conquering Toy Story Land or a great story to commemorate the 3rd anniversary? Please let us know. Share your thoughts in our Facebook group. For the latest news out of Disney, don't forget to visit our blog at mouskamoms.blog.com and join our group on Facebook at Disney Planning and Chat by Mouska Moms.
Bye, guys.